Do you remember who you are? You, my friend, were created with purpose. You were created with destiny. You are not an accident. It doesn't matter how you got here. The reality is, you were sent here for a reason. You were sent here with such a reason, with such intention. One of the purposes of life for every single one of us is to discover how to unpackage and how to unwrap and how to share of the gift of who we are with the world. Some people come to me and they will say, Dr. Tina, help me understand the magnitude of who God created me to be. Well, let me just start with just one simple thing. Did you know that on the inside of every single one of our human bodies, it is said that there are 75 trillion different cells that make up what we call the very body, the very temple of the Holy Spirit? 75 trillion. And if I were to break that down, and if you and I were to begin to look at just one single cell within your body, do you know that within coded on the inside of your cells, the very description of you? The very description of you. If we begin to break down just that one single cell, do you know that there are 3 billion different characters of writing that are within this God language that has been written on the inside of you to define who you are? You, my friend, were created on purpose. You, my friend, were created with destiny. You, my friend, are not an accident. Do you know, if we began to take those 75 trillion different cells that are on the inside of your body and we began to roll them out and we began to look at the magnitude of who they are and we began to extend them out as far as it could go, it would be very much like taking a scroll and beginning to unwrap it and unroll it. And if we allowed you to take this entire script of who you are in every single one of the cells of your body, do you know we would have to go to the moon and back 178 times before this unraveling and this unwrapping of you had been complete? The question, my friends, isn't it so interesting that so many of us do not even know who we are? I don't want to put that blame or put that pressure on you because I think that many of us just have not been taught who we are. We've not been taught how to open up the fullness of who we are. We've not been taught that we were created with a purpose and a destiny. We've not been taught that within every single one of us is a book, according to Psalm 139:16, that God literally wrote every single one of your days, fashioned and formed for you of exactly what they were supposed to be. We've not been taught that inside of who we are is the very image and destiny of who God is. Most of us have been taught and told everything that's wrong with us, not everything that is right with us. Friends, I want to propose to you that I believe that it's time that we begin to partner together and we begin to unwrap and we begin to look at the fullness of who you really are. I want to propose to you that I think it's time that we begin to unpackage this gift of you. That we begin to look at every single one of the code that is written on the inside of you. That we begin to open up your book and we begin to look at what every single day is fashioned and formed for you. I've come to realize that most people so desire to be able to open up the book of who they are. The reality is they just don't know how.